You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the gentleman. Smokin' Joe Frazier. His 3 battles with Muhammad Ali, perhaps the most famous the sport has ever seen.
Oh, pure bad blood.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, here is the Olympic gold medalist, the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, and truly one of the all-time greats, introducing Floyd Patterson.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time. Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
I say you must obey. Good luck.
And we're off and running between these 2 really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Through the hook, didn't land. And he misses with the left uppercut. Nice exchange here from both men. Left counter scores. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. That's a scoring left hand. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Oh man, you've got swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him there on the blind side of the referee. Get him out of there.
Nice exchange here from both men. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Perfect counter shot. That left lands. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over.
You've got to couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Punch, counter punch. And a counter left. Missed him with that uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Let's get it started in round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. Good counter left hand there. He fails to score with that left hook. Counter right. They figure out the combination to this safe. When are we going to see a jab from these two?
God, we see much more, much better. We've been spoiled. I'm not being unfair. I'm not being unfair saying it's a little boring. It's not boring. We've probably just been spoiled.
He gets out of the way of that left hand. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Lands with the right counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Good counter punch. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter. And
back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Got out of the way of that right hook. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Perfect counter lands. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
And you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
He's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump or feel it or ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Body in it. Be smart. Change your angle. Go out there and finish him. He's ready.
On to the fifth we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around? They both want a knockout, you can tell. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They figure out the combination to this safe. Got out of the way of that right hook. Good counter punching for both these athletes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
There's a right hand. Good counter right hand again. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Good left counter that lands. He is down big time on the score.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
This is the beginning of round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around? These two were made for each other. Patterson's rocked. Changes everything, and down they go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Round 7, here we go. You couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Good one. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying, Patterson took that one in a bad way. Upset of the year, perhaps right before our eyes. Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That was hurt.